Want to discover how to make any woman fall in love with you using just 3 phrases? Yes, my friend, it's possible. But be careful because most men ruin their chances before they even open their mouths. Today, I'll teach you exactly what to say to permanently transform your love life. It doesn't matter if you don't think you're the most attractive, the wealthiest, or the most charismatic. With these phrases, you'll stand out. But pay attention and put them into practice to the letter, because an incorrect execution can make you lose the interest of that special woman. And here's the best part. You don't need to be a flirting expert for this to work. These phrases are so powerful that if you use them confidently and at the right moment, you'll separate yourself from the rest of the men who have no idea how to truly connect with a woman. Before we continue, I need you to answer something. Have you ever heard of these kinds of phrases, or do you think it all depends on luck? Share your opinion because I'm interested in what you think. Now let's jump straight into the lines that can change everything. But before we begin, let's talk about what not to do. Because, my friend, if you keep making this mistake, you're destined to be forgotten before you even get a chance. The first big mistake is being too generic or basic. Do lines like, "You're very pretty. Do you come here often?" Or the typical, "Give me your number," sound familiar? These lines are like bland bread, boring, predictable, and with nothing to make them stand out. Now, why don't these lines work? The explanation is simple. She's heard them 1,000 times before. You're not offering anything new. You're not sparking any emotion. Worst of all, you're not leaving any impression on her. Think about this for a moment. If a woman is attractive, she's likely to receive compliments constantly, whether in person or through social media. What do you think happens when she hears something generic? Exactly. Her brain automatically dismisses it as just more of the same. It's like when you get a spam email. You ignore it without even opening it because it doesn't interest you. It's an automatic reaction. Now, I need you to put yourself in her shoes. Imagine that every day, 5, 10, or more men approach her with the same empty comments. To her, they're just background noise. Why would she remember one more among so many if he doesn't spark her curiosity from the start? You've already lost the game. It's that simple. And here's something even more important. When you come across as generic, you not only lose her interest, but you also project insecurity and a lack of creativity. Why does this happen? Because being generic signals that you didn't take the time to observe her, to truly connect with something special about her. In other words, you're showing her that you're just following a script repeated over and over again. Let me give you a clear example. You're in a coffee shop, you see a woman you find interesting, and you approach her to say something like, "You have very pretty eyes." Now, don't misunderstand me, there's nothing wrong with compliments, but if that's your starting point, what makes you different from the last guy who said the exact same thing? Exactly, nothing. She'll smile politely, maybe she'll say thanks, but in her mind, she's already dismissed you as someone interesting. Why? Because you didn't generate any emotion. The problem with being generic is that there's no story behind those words. You're not making her stop and reflect, feel seen, or feel special. It's like throwing a message into the air without any impact. But here's the good news. This mistake has a solution, and it's simpler than you think. The first thing you need to do is break that pattern of empty, predictable phrases. Stop repeating what everyone else says, because if you do the same thing as everyone else, you'll get the same results. Indifference. Now I want you to ask yourself a question. Have you ever really prepared to talk to a woman? Have you thought about how to make her words unique and meaningful? If you never have, don't worry. You're about to learn how to do it, and I assure you that if you apply what I'm about to teach you, you'll stop being invisible. Because here's the trick. It's not about saying more things, but about saying the right things. It's about observing, listening, and then speaking in a way that connects with her on a deeper level. And believe me, my friend, with the phrases I'm about to share, you'll begin to make a real impact, awaken emotions, and be remembered. Now, how do you achieve that? It all starts with something.